You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry, ChillyBoy Chillson, and this is my reaction to House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 5. Now, before we get into this reaction, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so that you can chill with me on each and every one of my latest videos. All right, so we are back for a new episode of House of the Dragon, and we are now officially at the halfway point of season 2, and we got our first major death of the season last week as our queens, Rhaenys and Meleys, both went down. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that before we jump into this week's episode because I'm so conflicted on the Rook's Rest sequence last week. On one hand, I think they did such a good job of evoking the emotion, evoking the integrity of Rhaenys in the sequence itself. Obviously, it looked amazing. The effects were spectacular. The battle was so good. And that score, mwah, perfection. And while watching it, if you'll recall my last reaction, I was a little bit torn on Rhaenys continually doing that turnaround, like going to leave and then turning around, and going and leave and then turning around. Upon further thought, I like it. I understand it more, at least to the effect of her staying and not retreating at all. More so than just bravery, on a more tactical ideology. She had to help those people of Rook's Rest. Like, she was sent there to protect them and hold the keep, and she wasn't doing so, even as the army was still up, nevertheless, another dragon. So that was her mission, that was her job. Plus, obviously, take down Vhagar and you swing the entire war on its head. But the part I don't love is just the tactics of how everything went down. It all seemed very strange. I heard Eve Best kind of talking about Rhaenys and her strategy. The series has softened Rhaenys overall. She was not nearly this hesitant and this diplomatic in the book, and they didn't frame her in the book as, not trying to kill or not really trying to kill her kin, just trying to injure dragons or take down the dragons. And that's basically more or less what Eve Best said. It wasn't just to like blast fire and kill, it was more tactical in that sense. That's fine to a point. I think it is a little bit overly cautious and really hindered her in that battle, as we saw. But her tactics were just very strange, particularly with Vhagar. I didn't understand what the point was, like flying right at Vhagar and trying to go underneath her. One, Vhagar even grabbing her was crazy. But two, it was a very strange tactic for her to take. And then obviously, when she literally throws Vhagar to the ground, she has the largest dragon grounded. They fly away for a little while and then decide to turn back instead of attacking. Realistically, Meleys and Rhaenys should have won that battle and killed Vhagar and Sunfire. Both of those dragons should be dead right now. If not dead, Meleys may have lost her life attacking Vhagar because she's still a powerful dragon if she's grounded or not. But wow, she could have really done great damage. Bit down on her neck, whatever. An attack from above on a grounded dragon? Aemond would be dead for sure, which I know, again, maybe she didn't want, but you could have done serious damage to Vhagar. So that entire thing didn't make sense. And then, like, this swooping and searching was a little bit crazy. And of course, Vhagar hiding behind that castle. One, getting over to that hiding spot, like that, and being able to hide when she's literally the size of this castle is crazy. But I'm so tired of Vhagar and these sneak attacks, y'all. You better not do it again. No more deaths by the hand of Vhagar at a sneak attack, please. But that's why I was frustrated. I think overall, it kind of got the message. It got Rhaenys' bravery and what she was about in this battle and what it meant for her not to leave. But some very weird tactical decisions that made it hard to fully get on board with the way she goes out because it really easily could have been avoided. As for everything else, the show left it pretty open the air. Is Aegon dead? Is Aemond our new usurper king? I don't know. Is he trying to kill his brother? I'm really interested to hear what the consequence is going to be of literally everyone. All the Greens on that battlefield just saw you attack your brother point blank in the sky. Aemond, you tried to murder your own usurper king and brother in front of everyone. I don't know how he will get off of that without some sort of severe repercussion. A huge divide on the Greens should come from that. That's new. That was not described in the book. So how they handle the fallout of that will also all be brand new. I'm real intrigued to see how they do it. Sunfire was still breathing, just barely. But obviously the big plot line was Rhaenys going down with Meleys and Aegon potentially being killed, in large part due to his own brother and his dragon incapacitated. Everything else leading up to that was just that material to lead up to that. So this episode, we're going to deal with all the fallout. They better take the time to properly pay respect to Rhaenys and Meleys. We'll see how Corlys reacts, because he was one of the people who jumped up and said, "No, Queen, you cannot go." But maybe he'll blame her because she wouldn't send her son. But can you imagine little Vermax? He would have been dead and done no damage if that's what Meleys did. Daemon is still being spooked in Harrenhal, but I think he's about to get people to try to bend the knee. Jace is itching for action, basically. Yes, it's all a mess. It continues to be a mess. Meanwhile, let's see if Alicent feels guilty or if she feels more indignant because Aegon didn't listen to what she said when she said do nothing, and now he's potentially dead. Is she going to be pissed at Sir Crispin Cole? Is she going to be pissed at Aemond? She should be, obviously, if she finds out he fired on him, but we'll see. So let's cut the chit chat. There was a lot to talk about last episode, just based on like ups and downs in like characters and what they're doing right now. Still few characters I'm interested in where their paths are, but we'll see where it goes. So let's get into episode number 5. Oh, not the sad Valerion theme. Oh. Oh, poor Lise. Oh, Rhaenyra, you just lost your best and closest advisor. She had been doing everything she could to stave off war, and then threw herself in the line of fire and paid the price. Was proven right in her hesitance to go to war, in all honesty. I don't want dragon war, y'all. I can't handle the dragons dying like this, and, well, buckle up, Buttercup, I guess.
The traitor Dragon Meleys!
What is this?
Slain at Brook's Rest by your king!
Really? By the king, huh?
Dragon!
Last I checked, that traitor dragon wrecked your king and his dragon, actually, but okay.
Mark my words, this is a black omen.
Who just said, mark my words, this is a black omen? Oh, what the hell is this? They are so stupid. Why are they parading a dragon head through the city like this? Well, at least they know. It is an abomination.
Don't they realize we won the battle?
Not the war.
Victory, if it was one.
Oh, you better tell him. Yeah, this was a stupid idea, Crispin. Why are you showing common people that House Targaryen's power can be killed? This is so dumb. Oh my god, this is how you know Team Green is Team Hightower. Because this is the literal symbol of House Targaryen. See this? They're all seeing it for themselves. Dragons can die. For the first time in their lives, they're seeing it for themselves. You can kill one.
Just me.
Oh, Meleys, you deserved so much better than this, ma'am. This is wretched. Oh, and the rat catchers are still hanging. Team Green is vile. Like, this is vile behavior, Alicent. Aemond, did you tell your mother what you did? Well, she sees the dagger. She has some kind of idea. Is that the king in there? Are they smuggling the king's old burnt ass up in there? Not Helena praying that that's his dead corpse, so she don't gotta be married to him anymore.
Is he alive?
His grace remains with us.
Unfortunately. Ooh. Ugh. Vile. Oh, this is like worse than the Darth Vader sequence in episode 3. My goodness, that is like barbecued meat.
Is my
I
son
guess
going to die?
it literally is.
I cannot say.
Ooh.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
Oh, you don't say.
His grace fought valiantly.
Oh, so we're not gonna rat Aemond out, huh? Okay.
And Aemond? What was his part in this?
You burned his brother to a crisp.
I could not say.
Oh, you couldn't, huh? You didn't see the big, giant Godzilla-like
largest
creature
dragon has
in the
been killed.
sky?
He who has left us after some marital spat.
Oop. Okay, now bite your tongue,
take
sir.
issue with
Here we
this,
go
Alfred?
again.
It is merely that the gentler sex heretofore has not
Oh,
been much
here
privy
we
to the
go.
strategies of battle or their execution.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
Bloop. Gagged him. Get him again.
If Aegon is dead,
We will soon know it. 'Twould be a victory in name only. They will soon prop up another in its stead.
The time is ripe.
Oh, this council ain't shit, y'all.
Then I myself must do it. What would you have me do?
No suggestions? Just chat and shit? Without another idea to come up with? Okay. Figures.
Jace?
Look at my prince and princess.
Where are you going?
To Harriman Hall. To treat with the Daemon.
You're going where?
Rhaenys is fallen. He must affirm his loyalty to my mother and report his standing. The phrase. They control the crossing at the Twins.
They do.
Cregan Stark's greybeards are marching south.
They are.
If his men had a direct route into the Riverlands, we would not have to wait for Daemon to act.
She will not like it.
Then don't tell her.
Oh.
Not until I'm away.
Oh, wow. Okay, Jace. Do you not want to, help console Bela? Just lost her grandma?
My dragon is hungry.
Ooh, look at my boy.
Our terms are simple, Lord Bracken. Renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to me.
the Brackens were a people hatched out of the deepest of the seven hells, your grace. It would be a kindness to oblige them and send them back whence they came.
Ooh.
did your brother's head keep on its way back to you, Willem? We choose fire.
Oh my god, what a shot. What a shot. Oh, we didn't get to see
I
it?
did not think they would be so eager to die.
You should have indulged them.
I need them alive.
Oh.
I came here to raise swords, not corpses.
Oh. Not
Now this is what
Daemon
my
showing
house has known for
restraint.
generations.
Then perhaps you could try less fighting and more persuading.
Oh.
They
Who
are
is this
unyielding
Daemon?
in battle.
I don't recognize him. What the hell is going on here?
But every man has a weakness.
I did catch that language though, Daemon. You simply said for them to rebuke, disown, disavow to Aegon and bend the knee to you here. It was not a bend the knee to the rightful Queen Rhaenyra. Yeah, you ain't slick, Daemon. I heard that
Over the
verbiage.
centuries, many and more armies have broken themselves against
Was this
my
the Aaron?
gate. The Eyrie itself is impregnable, unless, of course, we're descended upon from the sky.
Well,
You
yes.
promised the Queen Rhaenyra 15,000 swords.
In return for protection.
Then she has exceeded your terms. She sent 2.
Both still wet from the egg.
Well, yes.
I have hunting hounds that are more fearsome.
I do not recall you specifying the size of the beast in your request.
Well, you goad me, child.
Mm-hmm.
When your bread and shelter now depend on my pleasure.
Girl, don't
The
start.
dragons will grow.
My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
Raina.
The way they spoke at my small council today.
They betray their own smallness.
Oh?
Truth, I cannot fault them.
Not the
I am Lord
smallness.
Sovereign, I cannot do as I please. And Daemon as well.
Shall your evening meal be served here, Your Grace?
Not now.
Oh?
If I must be supplicant to my own husband, what does that make me?
Okay, get it, girl.
Parading a dragon's head through the streets like a prize of war. But the people see an ill omen.
Yes, as do I.
Mm-hmm.
They are afraid. Do not underestimate your subjects. They are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep and forgotten for too long.
Yes.
You
She's
think they
speaking
will turn to
wisdom.
me?
There is more than one way to fight a war.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Miss Arya, you better preach. Preach the righteous word. And you better listen right now, because everything she just told you, spot on.
She snuck into the dragon pit.
She knew that place better than any elder. They said she could see in the dark.
But bent her neck to Rhaenys.
Oh.
She was fierce.
And with her gone, I must rely on you, I think.
Your Grace.
What kind of vision
The
is this,
fearless
sir?
Dragon Rider. But you, Daemon, you were made to wear it.
Who is this?
My favorite son.
What? Daemon, what kind of freaky deaky-ish are
Is the
you
duck
seeing?
not to your liking, Your Grace? There's also goose, if you prefer it.
I like
What?
the goose myself.
Kind of insane things is this woman putting on Daemon?
Blackwood is bringing House Bracken to heel.
Look at Alice.
We must ready the castle to receive a great host.
She is running Daemon ragged in this beach.
All men may be led, Sir Simon.
There's, of course, the matter of payment.
Oh?
After the tragedy that befell his father, perhaps she could provide the necessary coin if you could only write to her.
No.
Daemon.
Is my command. I shall guarantee the payment myself.
Daemon is being so stubborn on this. My
Very well,
goodness.
Your Grace.
You should address me as my king.
But you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the queen?
Well, the king.
There it is, then.
Consort.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
I quite love
The
Sir
armor was
Strong.
Valyrian steel, but His Grace suffered grievous burns over much of his body.
Consort. Don't forget it.
He has many broken bones. I must admit, I'm not sure he will ever wake.
We can
I've
only
tried
hope.
my crafts to their fullest extent.
Did you have a candidate in mind, Your Grace?
I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace, but circumstances have changed.
You see,
I
girl?
had forgotten.
The misogyny
King's
jumps
lack
out
of heir.
immediately.
The obvious choice.
And his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly.
Dearly.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemond. What would it say if, in response to Rhaenyra's crowning, we raised up a woman of our own?
Oh my gosh.
But the hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Kristen. What say you?
Yeah, both of the people you thought were on your side here, they're not. Neither one. They both are gonna go for Aemond, girl.
Aemond is the next in line.
How's it feel, Alicent? How's it feel? You see what they do, girl? See how they are? Okay. Look at him. He's so stupid. Oh, I can't stand Aemond. Well, you got what you wanted by trying to kill your brother.
Are we not beggars already?
Ooh?
Have you been paid?
She just clocked your teeth.
The king has promised payment.
The king has lied.
Ooh. And now he's incapacitated.
Stay and wait for his empty promises, husband. With them you can feed the mouths of ghosts.
Ooh. No, dog. Can we please find you a new owner? Why are you following that wretched man?
You know what he is. What he has somehow become.
Somehow, girl.
Has your
Alicent.
loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
Yep, that one.
The Dragon Rider should lead us.
Crispin.
And what of justice?
You
The
dumbass.
temperance, or is strength now to be our only god?
Yep, that's all he wants. So what? Girl, you know that. Yeah.
So you cast me aside.
Yep, he sure did. He's trash,
Have I not
girl.
spared you?
He's always been trash.
I did not give you leave to speak my name.
She said, watch your tongue before I have it. And this time, via knife, not between the legs. They're helping you, Rhaenyra. They are turning the people of King's Landing against this regime in leadership right now. This here should have been what King's Landing looked like when Cersei took over.
Protector of the realm.
Oh, we're at the twins.
Our Lord Grover
Hi,
Tyrell
Vermac.
is not declared for Rhaenyra.
Look at my
Means death to the
beautiful
best deal
prince.
against your liege, as I'm sure my prince is aware.
Our fear lies in Vagar.
You fear a dragon, leagues away, when mine own sits outside your walls.
Oh.
Do you offer us your protection? Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle. Does the Queen intend to raise up a new lord?
You want Harrenhal?
They want Harrenhal? You don't like the twins?
What does her grace desire?
Bent knees.
Clearly. Obviously. What, you think she's gonna give you Harrenhal without you swearing fealty to her? Duh. Okay, Jace. Get you the twins. Not HGTV, the Westerosi edition. Okay, Daemon. Bruh, I low-key might have already killed Alice if I were Daemon. I'm sorry, not sorry. She is terrorizing this man and doing a great job at it. What you gonna do about it, Daemon? Ooh.
I hear strange things from Brackenland. What I hear in the wind.
You see,
Anguish.
No, 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 no.
Children being taken from their mothers, men coming home to find their doors unlatched.
The realm will suffer if Daemon One-Eye rules. You should pray you never meet him. He will cut you down soon as wish you good day.
Ooh, not all this foreshadowing.
Well, I'll cross you no further. I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
She cannot succeed, Alice. Even if I willed it to be so, the people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength. Who's better suited to it?
Daemon.
With their scheming, or Viserys' first true heir? when I take King's Landing, Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side.
What the hell is this?
Ruling together.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
Ooh.
A message. Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you. House Bracken is yours.
Call Sir William here so
Great.
that I might congratulate him.
The wealth you brought back from Yi Ti and Ashai, inspiring awe and envy.
Mm.
I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her.
Oh.
Even the death of my wife does not content her.
Oh. Poor Liz.
I should not ask enough of my house. Rather, I would sail into the west and be lost.
You have done so before, at great cost to yourself and those who loved you.
Ooh. Bela ain't having all this pity party
Rhaenys was
mess.
not only your wife, the queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's of her own will, in defense of her kin.
And she died.
She died as she would have wished to die, the way my mother chose,
Well.
and the way I myself wish to meet my end.
Ooh. Okay, chill out, Bela. Speak some sense into this man.
I grieve my grandmother who loved me, but I carry her on with me. I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne as Rhaenys wished, as Rhaenys herself should have.
Yes, Bela!
You yourself may do as you see fit.
I would make you my heir.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Ooh. A true Targaryen princess! Yes, sir. How can we help you?
Whether he means to raise a host for me or for himself.
Well.
He would not dare.
Have you known Daemon to lack in daring? Go now with haste. I'll send good men to see to your safety. Tell him I would much like to finish our last conversation.
Your Grace.
Right, that sends all the message it needs to send, huh? You know what, Alice Rivers? Keep terrorizing this man. I'm tired of Daemon's attitude right now. Terrorize his ass. Don't let him get a single night's of rest. But don't have him eating out his mama again. You hear me? I don't need to see that type of incestuous mess. And that's saying something when you're watching Game of Thrones, and they've pushed it too far with that. What is this now, though? I low-key thought this was all a vision, but... okay.
Sacred septs on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms. The livestock was stolen, and our peasants put to the sword.
They pursued the women and the children.
Oh.
There were works of barbarity.
The Blackwoods have exploited the war for the crown to visit atrocities upon their old rivals.
They sure have.
I tell you, there is no honor in a fight such as this.
Have you looked after our girls?
Know this, interloper.
Oh.
The Riverlands are an ancient place. We shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
There you go, Daemon. That put you back in your place? These people don't want your ass as a king. And you just hurt your little campaign immeasurably, but you just hurt Rhaenyra's too. Again. How did she get in here? I thought they had like a blockade on the gates. Oh, okay. Maybe she hasn't got in. Okay, Miss Arya. Thanks for your help, ma'am.
Was it worth the price?
Ooh.
Prince Jacaerys, Your Grace.
Hi, Mom. I maybe snuck out and went to treat with the phrase behind your back. But good news.
Visenya.
Vagar's first rider. And the first wielder of Dark Sister.
I hope you do not mean to use her as an example.
Why shouldn't I?
Oh?
Ooh, it was a long time ago.
What is the mood at the twins?
Oh!
Did his lordship quibble?
He's like, bitch.
He wishes for the phrase.
You thought you were
to be
slick.
granted Harrenhal.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
Mm.
Your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vagar as Luke did?
Mm. Vermax is no match for
Daemon.
Vagar. No.
But if all else fails, it is I who must fight.
Mhm.
Vagar is big, but Cyrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain. Shall I fight for my birthright, or shall I wait here until we are all destroyed?
Ooh.
There are those of our line who never ruled.
Ooh,
Those
here
who
it
married into other
comes.
noble houses. Their children born with other names.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tali?
It's better than death and defeat.
There are records here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it.
Yes.
It's a mad sword.
Well, it's the only one you got, girl. All right, well, that was episode 5, season 2 of House of the Dragon. Now, this was definitely a come down episode and a reset for the series after the big one, after the big event of Rook's Rest. We had to regather, if you will. So it was a little bit slower, but overall I enjoyed it. Now, one thing I'm not loving is Daemon's storyline and characterization this season. Call Daemon what you will. Daemon was a lot of things, but at least in the history book, he never betrayed Rhaenyra like this, in this manner. So, I don't know that I like him really kind of breaking allegiance with her and doing this for himself. I think it's actually quite an overall mischaracterization of him. So we'll see. We shall see, but I don't love it right now. I'll just say that. I do love Jace. My pretty prince is out here making moves. And finally, we get his suggestion, his idea to do the dragon seeding or dragon seed sowing. So I'm excited for that episode. Hopefully that means we get lots of dragons in that episode, burning lots of people who attempt to ride them to a crisp. We got Rhaena up in the Vale, which her story is still one I'm very interested in. I'm very intrigued by. So she went up there. She's supposed to stay there with Joffrey, and the 2 smaller kids with Daemon and Rhaenyra are supposed to go off to Essos. So first off, I'm a little bit shocked that we went to the Eyrie first, that we went to the Vale, because she was also given special instruction for Rhaena to be the mother she couldn't be. Speaking of Rhaenyra. So why did she not escort those 2 kids to where they were going, and then her and Joffrey head on over to the Vale? Seems backwards, and I don't know that it actually makes much sense, but I guess it gets us where we need to go and everyone where they're supposed to be. Oh, I loved this episode for Allison. I loved it for you, girl. You finally got a true taste, just a smidge of what Rhaenyra has been through. And you were mad about it, pissed, as all these people you thought were loyal to you turned their back and threw you under the bus because you were a woman. Like that. Just like they did Rhaenyra when Aegon tried to ascend the throne on your behalf. See what you did? I just love to see the hypocrisy jumping out and biting her in the ass like that. And also, she's sitting here like dumbstruck. What do you mean? How did Aemond get like this? You're his mother. You're the one who raised him to be this. Yeah. Why are you shocked that Crispy is over here trying to do brute force and power and nothing else? So now Alicent is just trying to grasp to whatever small bits of power she can touch, and that's about it. Rhaenyra is going tired of just sitting on this island, and it definitely gives Daenerys vibes of when she was getting restless. Like, if I won't go to war for my cause and my people, then how can I ask others to? Daenerys was a little bit more forward in her push and would just hop on Drogon and say, get out the way, I'm leaving. But it's kind of fun. But they are definitely drawing inspiration on how Daenerys was to color Rhaenyra in right now with her plight. Oh, I loved Bela this episode, though. Mourning her grandmother, obviously, but respecting her grandmother, what she did and what she stood for. And woo-wee, she schooled Corlys. And I'm glad she straight up told him she went on her own volition, on her own accord. You yourself did not want to send the queen, sir, so you have nothing to be mad about. This was one of the things I was a little bit nervous about with that, because in the book, Corlys actually is quite upset that Rhaenyra didn't go on her own or send her children and sent his wife instead, and she died. So him switching his tune when they brought up the idea made it so he couldn't fully indignantly get mad afterward. But I thought they handled his overall kind of like sorrowful, pitiful madness well. And Aemond, oh, power-hungry Aemond. I see how you threw your mom to the side. You got Crispy out here covering for you, not admitting he saw you blast your brother from the sky. Apparently all these other people, too, covering for you. And now you're the King Regent, huh? You got what you wanted. But as Helena said, at what cost, huh? But I'm excited. We're sowing the seeds of doubt within the people of King's Landing. That whole Melee's thing backfired right in their face, as it should. And like I said in the episode, I love seeing the people of King's Landing in more proactive ways. Now, I'm going to say this right here and right now. They do something proactively later in this dance I'm not a fan of, and I wish they wouldn't have, and I'll be ready to burn the whole place down, so get ready for that later. But as of right now, I really do enjoy it. And again, taking it back to GOT, what these people are feeling, this uprising that is starting, the unrest that's happening, literally should have been season 7 and most likely most all of season 8 of Game of Thrones in King's Landing with Cersei Lannister after she blew up the Sept, getting people into the Red Keep when the Dragon Queen's on her way. No, it should have been like this, locking them in as they try to escape and run for their lives because they know it's a disaster. This is what needed to be shown in Game of Thrones after Cersei took reign, and I'm so glad they're at least showing it here. But obviously, knowing where we head, it's imperative they start showing this type of stuff. But but presumably we have the twins on our side now. Yay! Though Daemon has pretty much turned the rest of the Riverlands against us by unleashing treachery, as always. Yay! And Aemond and Crispin now rule King's Landing. Great. All right, so that was my reaction to Season 2, Episode 5 of House of the Dragon. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos, including each and every one of my House of the Dragon reactions. Also, make sure to join in on the discussion. What did you think of this episode? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!